Be careful what you wish for, Parker.
Hello, Peter.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Get Real. I'm Frankie, and today I'm talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. With Spider-Man's identity revealed to the world, Peter Parker is no longer able to separate his normal life from being a superhero. When Peter goes to Doctor Strange for help, he accidentally unleashes an army of villains from the multiverse into his world, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. Just go come right out and say it. No words will be able to describe how great this film is, other than spectacular. Not only would I call this one of the best Spider-Man movies yet, but I'd even claim that this is one of the best films of the MCU since Avengers Endgame. No Way Home takes the high standards it set up in Spider-Man Far From Home and was able to conclude them in a shocking, heartbreaking, amazing way that will satisfy fans of Tom Holland's version of the character. One of the biggest things to point out in this film is the dark tone, where this could count as one of, if not the most brutal Spider-Man movies yet. In the first two MCU films, while intense, felt a little too safe for me. Like, I could tell that Spider-Man, no matter what conflict it is in, he and his friends would always come out safe. In this movie, it was insane what they were able to pull off with this tone. I cannot remember the last time I saw a film and thought to myself, I don't know if this conflict could actually be solved or if these characters are truly safe no matter how iconic they are. In No Way Home, I never relaxed because of these new high stakes. And even though it's a dark movie, it never clashes with the humor. The humor always comes at the right times, and that's thanks to director John Watts' perfect comedic timing in every scene. And while a lot of people will be discussing the fan service and the cameos in this movie, the film never relied on that for the plot, and always primarily focuses on the story and how those callbacks will play into making the film feel like a definitive live-action Spider-Man movie tribute. All the old villains and characters from the previous movies fit so well into the story, and of the returning actors did an exceptional job bringing them back. And somehow this film was able to break the curse of having too many Spider-Man villains in one film by giving them their own plot points about arcs that could fit with the nearly 3-hour runtime. Personally, of the villains, Willem Dafoe probably stood out as my favorite performance. He was just so sinister and brutal to Spider-Man, and Willem Dafoe, he just did not tone down the dark energy his character could bring. And the visuals and action scenes are also jam-packed with so much creativity put into every frame, and could be categorized as those kind of action sequences we'll be talking about in these popular movies for quite a while, maybe even years. And the directing and writing also felt very unique when it came to other Spider-Man movies. Juggling Spidey, Doctor Strange, the cliffhanger from Far From Home, and all these new villains is not an easy task by any standards. But John Watts and the scriptwriting team managed to balance the goofy high school comedy drama we've come to expect from Tom Holland's movies with the ambitious story No Way Home wants to tell. And while there might be a few odd choices with the directing and the filmmaking of the movie, like the overusage of CGI and John Watts' interpretations of Sam Raimi and Mark Webb's characters in the writing and delivery of some scenes, as it does feel very different from what we've come to expect of them for those films, the execution of story and characters allowed the flaws to outweigh and overshadow the bad here. Spider-Man No Way Home is a shocking, heartbreaking, yet overall satisfying fan film that will have fans begging for more. If you're a Spider-Man fan or a Marvel fan, you're definitely going to want to see this on the biggest screen there is. Probably IMAX or Dolby Cinema. I saw it in Dolby. It looked phenomenal. I was totally immersed in the whole thing. This holiday season, this is definitely the movie you're going to want to check out for sure. And while it may have some weird choices on how to interpret some old characters with the new directing style, what's done right fixes or covers up any problems this film may have. And either way, those are just my scattered thoughts from the first viewing. While I wish I could have gone a bit more in depth into it, this is one of those movies that's really hard to talk about without spoiling the entire thing. I can't believe I'm actually going to do this, but it is my honor to give Spider-Man No Way Home this channel's very first 10 out of 10. Definitely don't miss this one. So those are my thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home. What were your thoughts? Did you love it? Are you excited to see what's next for the character? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like for the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more reviews.
What's your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?